Hold up. You know what? Yeah, I can control that. All right. Because, yeah, as soon as y'all heard the song playing, y'all, I froze that shit. Y'all can do that, but we're going to keep it rolling. You feel me? This is a 4:04 in the morning. You in the Visa hour, the Visa Vision hour. So this how we rocking. We'll finna get to a very, very good point, bruh. But they cut this. Oh my God, they cut the intro off. That's funny. They cut the sound off on that bitch. From 9-5 months.
Now the story that might never have surfaced if someone hadn't picked up his home video camera. We've all seen the pictures of Los Angeles police officers beating a man they had just pulled over. The city's police chief said today he will support criminal charges against some of the men.
Don't play with bitches, don't call me on. Tell these niggas, bitch, I'm representing where I'm from. 9-5 motherfuckers, bitch, I'm from the slums. Tell these niggas, bitch, I'm coming with the fucking guns. You know, practice make perfect. Ain't nothing, motherfucker, I ain't perfect. No, I never been nervous. I know I got them niggas nervous. My mind gone, bitch, you see me elevated. Don't let me put one of you boys on a respirator. You a ticking time bomb, don't let me detonate you. They found out you a Haitian, they gon' segregate you. Wet foot, dry foot, ain't no land for me. Straight to Haiti, nigga, where they carry me. They lied to my people, told them land was free. Searching for a way out, nigga trying to breathe.
And more than 100 Haitians today are in southern Florida.
In South Florida, where migrants regularly wash ashore, one city official who watched the rescue questioned U.S. policy.
Mind running fast, nigga, where the time goes. They told me I was the worst of the niggas, y'all know. Fight down on the track like I'm Cujo. You ever wondered if you lived this life before? History repeats itself, shit's going down. Cracker kill a nigga, yeah, up in each town. That's why my niggas stay moving state to state. Trying to motherfucking get all this piece of cake. Never let you rat niggas get a piece of cake. Cause I'm moving bouncing niggas up in every state. Gotta grind, niggas grind, stay in your place. Cause these states can move on you any time of day. You can end up getting shot in the traffic stop. Or get set up by the whole team, goddamn they hot. They lie out for them before they lie lot. Just to put me and you straight in the book.
For the second time in as many weeks, a grand jury has found the evidence is just not there to charge the white police officer in connection with the death of a black civilian.
Quit telling nigga Bell, give me 50 feet. Or break me off some bands, nigga, give me meat. We out here searching, nigga, trying to fucking eat. My last name, nigga, man, is real discreet. I'm quick to take the dog home straight off of me. I know somewhere in the world got a law for me. White boys got some motherfucking boss for me. White man kill a black man, they cut him free. They sacrificed him, beat him down, took his energy. R.I.P. to Eric Carr, it was a tragedy. Samar Rice swept his soul, he could have been me. Samar Rice swept his soul, he could have been me. Tears in my eyes screaming, fuck the police. Wet foot, dry foot, ain't no left for me. Wet foot, dry foot, ain't no left for free. Left foot, right foot, now once you're free.
We have an immigration policy for one race of people and the rest of the world. And this needs to be changed. They call it the wet foot, dry foot policy. I call it the black foot, white foot policy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was a song. It's called Wet Foot, Dry Foot. You can find that on SoundCloud. They blocked it on YouTube. You know, that's I guess a delicate topic to talk about. But what we're going to talk about today is, from the title,
as you can see. Influence goes a long way, and truth goes a long way also, and lies don't hold up, to the occasion. And what some people fail to realize, the people that think they're in power, is there's a higher life form, right, governing this earth, right? He let y'all do what y'all do, but the minute you went to fucking with it's people, that's where y'all messed up at. Now, this is a warning. I'm here giving a warning to you guys, to you elites. Give people their just due, and don't try to force us into doing anything that you think you want anyone to do, because no one can think like you. And also, and if you want us to, go by what you're saying, give us our reparations. Give all of us our reparations, man. Give us a land. Give us our own town. Y'all can come visit every now and then. Give us back all that. Then we can have a peaceful. We'll listen to everything y'all got to say, but as long as we're in our own town, in our own lane, we don't need y'all governing nothing, telling us nothing, because that day, you guys, I feel like bloodline is from, the KKK, the European settlers, the people that came and burned and pillaged everything. We don't need nothing from you guys anymore. Everything you guys have gave us was look, as I see it, as an experiment. Let's give these niggas a little something. And the people that's going along with this bullshit, I know I talk a lot, but I gotta let it out before we talk about this subject, man. This subject matter here is a delicate one. Not everybody's gonna touch on it, and not everybody got big cojones, I believe in the Most High. The Most High. Now, you touch me. Now, the Most High is speaking through me. Now, you touch me. What you think gonna happen to you? You send people after me. What you think gonna happen to them? So, you got to think about it. In these times right now, you shouldn't stir up the pot. You feel me? Because, you done woke up the giant. You making all that noise and shit. We trying to harbor. We trying to sleep and shit. Y'all making all that noise, and y'all done woke the motherfucking giant up. Goddamn. Now y'all trying to put him back to sleep. We can't go back. It's too late. Y'all been forcing us, downing us, killing us, lying to us, tricking us, bullshitting us, giving us all type of verbal garbage. You got niggas strutting around this shit like peacocks. Then you influencing the youth. And this LGBT is nothing against LGBT, but after they keep that shit in your house, it's not for the world to see. Gay pride in your house. That's where that pride matter at. When you got little eyes, little recorders, that's what I call little kids. They're recording every second, every minute. When you got them little recorders around you, man, you're not supposed to be doing none of that fuck shit, because they always remember. Always. It's being installed in their mind. That's a little computer. That's your programming. Come on, man. We got to stop with the bullshit. We got to start using our head, because common sense is not that common, dog. I see that now. We go out with any type of rhetoric. We like drama. We like bullshit. We like this. We like that. We not supposed to be on that. We're not. I'm not innocent, so I can get to, what I was about to say. Now we're going to listen to a very person that they say was special and monumental to black people. And I don't feel that way. And a disclosure, I'm not telling people how to think. I'm just giving my opinion on these matters and these subjects. And if my matters and subjects make sense and it resonates, hey, I'll just say that's the universe speaking through me. Now let's talk about this. Let's listen to this.
It's been more than 4 years since the Obamas left the White House. It was a moment the former president describes as bittersweet in his book.
Hello, everybody.
Partly because,
Mind you, I said, listen. Listen. Don't speak, listen.
they were leaving, and partly because of what he thought might happen to the country.
You write about Sarah Palin, about her brief ascendancy, and you talk about dark spirits that had long been lurking on the edges of the Republican Party coming center stage. Did you ever think it would?
Yeah, them dark spirits y'all niggas done killed. Them niggas from back then y'all done killed. It's back again now. How you doing? Good day, sir. How you doing?
Get this dark?
No, I thought that there were enough guardrails institutionally that even after Trump was elected,
He thought that was enough guardrails institutionally. So institutionally, we're supposed to be trained and taught this shit. Let them speak, man. They expose themselves. I'm just dissecting what my opinion on this matter.
that you would have
At 4:16 in the morning. Yes, sir. No traffic.
the so-called Republican establishment who would say, okay, it's a problem if the White House doesn't seem to be concerned about Russian meddling, or it's a problem if we have a president who's saying that neo-Nazis marching in Charlottesville, they're good people on both sides. That's a little bit beyond the pale. And the degree to which we did not see that Republican establishment say, hold on, time out, that's not acceptable, that's not who we are, but rather be cowed into accepting it, and then finally culminating in January 6th, where what originally was, oh, don't worry, this isn't going anywhere, we're just letting Trump and others vent, and then suddenly...
First of all, y'all don't let nobody do shit. See, that's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all been reading all them books. Y'all think y'all say, oh, yes, I know everything, so you're supposed to do what I tell you. It don't work like that, man. People have their own minds to think, to dissect what you're saying, which is verbal garbage. Sorry, but not sorry. We're not supposed to be living like this.
You now have large portions of an elected Congress.
Don't offer me a joint for a vaccine. I have my own.
Going along with the falsehood that there were problems with the election.
And the leadership of the GOP, briefly for one night when they still had this sort of sense of fear in them, going against the president.
And then poof, suddenly everybody was back in line. Now, the reason for that is
I don't know who the fuck watching me, but shouts out to you.
Because the base believed it.
Whoever.
And the base believed it because this had been told to them not just by the president, but by the media that they watch. And nobody stood up and said, stop. This is enough.
Do these people think we're children? I mean, for the grown folks. I mean, the grown folks probably taught to listen. And us younger generation, we was taught to be like, fuck that, nigga. What? I ain't listening to you. Telling me some bullshit. Especially that shit don't resonate.
This is not true. I won't say nobody. Let me correct it.
The truth is in the pudding.
There were some very brave people who did their jobs, like the Secretary of State in Georgia, who was then viciously attacked for it. And all those congressmen started looking around and they said, you know what, I'll lose my job. I'll get voted out of office. Another way of saying this is I didn't expect that there would be so few people who would say, well, I don't mind losing my office because this is too important. America's too important.
Some things are more important than
our democracy is too important. We didn't see that.
The fuck is the democracy? Our democracy is important. Hey, brother. Lives are important, bro. Not your democracy. Or y'all upholding some shit that really don't matter. The people matter, because at the end of the day, the people are the giants. You trying to make us seem like we're not that important because we're not on TV and we're not rich and famous and all that stuff. That stuff comes within. You're rich within. When you're rich within, you want for nothing. So whatever you try to offer me and try to make me say, I ain't taking it. You know why? I ain't one of them niggas. I'm a nigga that won't for nothing. And the smart man knows he knows nothing. So all you niggas think you know everything, hey, keep on going. The universe gonna show you you know nothing. Because he's gonna take you out your position. And put individuals like myself in. So keep on going with that fake shit. Keep on making up shit. You're not going along with the fight for your ancestors, the fight for you just want to be docile. You just want to be part of the mention because you just want to be mentioned. No, I ain't doing this shit to be mentioned. I don't need no super chats, no none of that shit, bro. I want to really speak for the people because at the end of the day, it's some shit we have to really say. I don't care how much views I have, how much views they take away, how much shit they got going on. I really don't give a fuck, nigga. This shit I love. Love to talk my shit. Now, am I telling you to listen to me? Hell no. That's for you to decipher what the fuck is going on in your world. I'm just here to make you think. And smoke a joint and live my best life. Let's get back to this bull shit.
That. Now, I'm still the hope.
Disclosure, another disclosure. Yeah. Don't come for me. Go ahead, go. I'm gonna smoke the whole thing, but yeah. Of course. You're sleeping, but
I wasn't sleeping, obviously.
Well,
I was sitting there doing my breathing exercises. My life, something happened.
the devil has risen up, ladies and gentlemen, and try to come for me through a vessel. That was sleep, but it's okay. It's all right. We get back to what we're talking about.
Hope and change guy, and so my hope is that the tides will turn, but that does require each of us to
the one beyond the window?
to understand that this experiment in democracy is not self-executing. It doesn't happen just automatically. It happens because each successive generation says these values, these truths we hold self-evident. This is important. We're going to invest in it and sacrifice for it, and we'll stand up for it, even when it's not politically convenient.
One of the things you write, we need to explain to each other who we are and where we are going. I mean, as somebody who has dedicated myself to storytelling, that really resonates with me, but I wonder, are we as a country still willing to listen to each other's stories?
Well, I think this is the biggest challenge we have, is that
Good luck.
I am not going to delete everything that happened. Everything happens for a reason. A demonstration. How this shit could get, boy.
Kinds of shared stories that we used to. There's always been a division along lines of race, right? We have 400 years of whites and blacks not being able to have shared experiences because of slavery and segregation and so forth. But even within, let's say, the white community, right? The stories of kids who are growing up in Manhattan and the stories of kids who are growing up in Abilene, Texas, and the stories of a kid who's growing up in Montana, those stories no longer meet, partly because of the segment, the siloing of the media, the internet, entertainment. We occupy different worlds, and it becomes that much more difficult for us to hear each other, see each other. The thing I learned, first as an organizer and then as an elected official, as a politician, was when you start hearing people's stories, you always find a thread of your own story in somebody else. And the minute that recognition happens, that becomes the basis for a community.
But it does seem like something has changed so that it's become so extreme that we're not even allowing ourselves to get into a position where we can see that commonality. I've heard in the past you talk about when you were starting out in politics, you would go down to Southern Illinois to very conservative districts.
Yeah, they give me a hearing.
Right.
Yeah. No, I think that's changed. Part of it is the nationalization of media, the nationalization of politics. The fact is that, you used to have a bunch of local newspapers, local TV stations. People weren't having these highly ideological debates, but they were kind of more focused on what's happening day to day. And part of it is also the structure of our economy and our communities. Look, it used to be that a high school, the average high school in America, the average public high school, you would have the banker's kid and the janitor's kid in the same school. And they'd interact, and their parents would be both going to the same football game and would have to know each other. And if it turned out that there was a talented kid of a janitor who also happened to be on the football team, the banker president might say, hey, why don't you come work at the bank here? Because he knew that person. Now we have more economic stratification and segregation. You combine that with racial stratification and the siloing of the media, so you don't have just...
This nigga concocted a whole bunch of words to confuse the shit out of me and you. I'm confused. I understand, but I'm confused. How he's trying to dialect this shit, but... Wow.
Walter Cronkite delivering the news, but you have 1,000 different venues. All that has contributed to that sense that we don't have anything in common. And so much of our work is going to have to involve not just policy, but it's also how do we create institutions and occasions in which we can come together and have a conversation.
In Promised Land, you write, our democracy seems to be teetering on the brink. Since you wrote that, there was the attack on the Capitol. You got the big lie being pushed continually by not only the former president, but...
Who's really pushing the big lie? Whose lie is working and whose lie is not? That's what you got to look at. Because the majority of people stated on one thing, that has to be the truth. It is with the small majority of people is trying to push something to convince you that it is true. That is a lie.
Republicans in Congress. Right. Are we still just teetering on the brink, or are we in crisis?
Well,
let me speak for him. Nigga, we in trouble. Trouble.
I think we have to worry when one of our major political parties is willing to embrace.
So sad. Trump had to be the monument to give us hope. You told us you bring a change, and ain't nothing changed. God damn, that's a shame. That was Obama presidency was the worst presidency ever, bro. It was disappointing. Like I said, these are just my thoughts. I'm not telling you to think like me. These are just my thoughts that I'm sharing on this platform, that I'm able to do within my amendments rights, freedom of speech and commentary.
A way of thinking about our democracy that would be unrecognizable and unacceptable even 5 years ago or a decade ago. When you look at some of the laws that are being passed at the state legislative level, where legislators are basically saying, we're going to take away the certification of election processes from civil servants, secretaries of state, people who are just counting ballots. And we're going to put it in the hands of partisan legislatures who may or may not decide that a state's electoral votes should go to one person or another. And when that's all done against the backdrop of large numbers of Republicans having been convinced wrongly.
I keep wondering why he keep pausing. He don't want to say what he want to say. See, that's that lie they keep up. They keep holding up. You better stop them lies, bro. It's not gonna get you nowhere. It's not gonna get y'all nowhere. The world can see you. We can hear you guys. We can determine stuff. This is not back in the days where you tell us the sky is orange and we all say yes. No. Everybody saying it's blue. Baby blue.
That there was something fishy about the last election.
Whatever.
We've got a problem.
Means.
And this is part of the reason why I think the conversation around voting rights at a national level is important. This is why I think conversations about some of the institutional and structural barriers to our democracy working better, like the elimination of the filibuster or the end to partisan gerrymandering, is important. But this is why it is also important for us to figure out how do we start once again being able to tell a common story about where this country goes. And that is not just the job of politicians, although I think elected officials have an important role. That's where the media is going to have to play an important role. That is where companies have to play an important role. All of us as citizens have to recognize that the path towards
Braxton was diagnosed with choroid plexus.
A lot of I don't want them to spank me. So,
is not going to happen in just one bang. It happens in a series of steps. And when you look at what's happened in places like Hungary and in Poland, that obviously did not have the same traditions, democratic traditions that we did. They weren't as deeply rooted. And yet, as recently as 10 years ago, were functioning democracies, and now essentially have become
democracy doesn't always die in a military coup. Yes. Democracy dies at the ballot box.
That's exactly right. And Vladimir Putin gets elected with a majority of Russian voters. But none of us would claim that that's the kind of democracy that we want.
First of all,
President Barack Obama is mocking Republicans over.
First of all, my G, we don't live in Russia, so what Putin doing over there is his business. And y'all keep cutting this video down because y'all done fucked up. I don't watch this video multiple times. Multiple times. And y'all should have just shut the fuck up. That's what y'all should have did. Don't stop. Just stop where y'all at here. Just do what y'all finna do. Tell everybody, okay, this is this. You feel me? Everybody gotta follow our rules. You feel me? Be truthfully you, man. So everybody can be like, hell no, nigga, we ain't doing that shit. Fuck no. If anybody got a problem with me saying nigga, you are a white man in tan skin. White man, tan skin. You want to be all uppity and shit. Nigga. This ain't for the niggas that grew up a silver spoon and their parents took care of everything. This for the niggas that was rebelling. That's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it for you uppity niggas. I'm doing it for the niggas that was down at the bottom. I'm speaking for the niggas who ain't got no voice. The niggas who ain't got no hope. I'm speaking for them niggas. You uppity niggas? You jealous niggas? You old mine, gimme niggas? I'm not doing this for y'all. That's why I do my shit 4 a.m. I ain't perfect. Everybody has their own individual right, you know. Snap. You awake?
I'm here.
Okay. I'm just saying, you know. We don't want no, you know. Nobody waking up snapping now. See, I'm bringing you a part of the group, baby. We ain't perfect. Yeah, you is. Yeah, you part of this shit. I love you too. You're not the devil, baby. I was not speaking to you. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're just saying.
I love you, man. You gonna make this a whole drama out. Let me stop fucking with the. Let me stop poking the line for a bite. But yeah. Let's see what Fox News has to say. So I have nothing to do.
For their concerns about teaching critical race theory in schools. Take a look.
There are certain right-wing media venues, for example, that monetize and capitalize on stoking the fear and resentment of a white population that is witnessing a changing America. You would think, with all the public policy debates that are taking place right now, that the Republican Party would be engaged in a significant debate. Lo and behold, the single most important issue to them apparently right now is critical race theory. Who knew that was the threat to our republic?
And Fox News contributor Leo Terrell calling out the former president for his rhetoric.
He's the last person on earth that should be promoting the critical race theory. Here's a
see, I'm not the only one that feel like that.
And if he's oppressed, he became president of the United States. When you promote a theory of hate that specifically targets a particular group of people, i.e. being white, that is a discussion and affects every American in this country. Who in this world oppressed President Obama? He became president.
Greg, give us your take on the Obama interview.
He became president because he had to. Let me not go there. I'm gonna say he had to take a lot and drink a lot, which I'm not willing to do, and I don't want to be controlled. I'm a rebelling little boy. Yes, sir.
Really stupid comment by former President Obama. He's basically insulting people for actually understanding a critical curriculum. He would prefer you to be ignorant of it, to be a low information person. But all of what
He wants you to be a dummy. He wants you to go back to the we shall overcome days. Then Martin Luther King tell you, don't fight, just pray. And Miss Susie getting knocked over her head by a goddamn bat. And the nigga just stood there and looked. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up, bro. See, that's why I tell you, man, the giant has awoken. You can't put him back to sleep, no matter what you tell them, unless you give them reparations you hear me? Reparations in their own land. Then they'll get their foot off your neck. You feel me? Then you could go with the society that likes the rhetoric or the bullshit y'all put out. You know, they could stay with y'all. You can keep them. But my niggas that's free, oh yeah, let us out this bitch. Let us out this bullpen. We don't want to be bulls no more. We don't want no buck no more. We want to be freeze. Freeze, I say, freeze.
He should be saying, wow, I'm pretty impressed that these people know this stuff. It's, and also he makes this mistake where he says, in the part of the interview, he talks about how his daughters are saying cancel culture is out of control or it's not good. And then he says CRT is, is harmless. He doesn't see the connection between the two. That critical race theory helps create the cancel culture by saying that everybody who isn't non-white is an oppressor and therefore must be canceled. And finally, how does he not get that education is actually way more important than anything he just talked about, whether it was climate change or anything? His priorities are all contingent on solving education, which is basically the pyramid base for everything else. I mean,
you know how you niggas gonna solve education? With common sense. That's how you get it. Common goddamn sense. Start teaching people common sense in class.
If you look, we talked about crime in the A block. If you look at people that are killed by police, you can trace it almost all the way back to their education. How was their education?
It would be the root cause.
It would be the root. Thank you.
Who would be to blame to everybody if you do that? If you judge everybody off their education and whatnot, who could you blame? It's just stupid. It's stupid. See, this is why people are not falling for this shit no more. This is why we are awakened. And this is why he wants us to stay asleep so you can enjoy your private homes, enjoy these little kids that you make disappear. Oh, yeah. I don't hold my tongue for nothing. Y'all make them disappear. Y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all got some shit going on. It's gonna be revealed because it's too much. Too much. Too much. Oh yeah, and this is a warning I wanted to give y'all. And if you try to, quote unquote, get rid of a problem, it ain't gonna work out too good for you because you didn't put that person here. You didn't put that person here, and you're not responsible for them. The Most High is. So once you're going against somebody who's speaking, from the Most High, since the Most High made us from His image, who are you really warring with? You warring with a power that you can't beat. Yes. And all this bullshit we go through, man, in this world, if you're not hip to it, if you want to be asleep, be asleep. If you want to wake up, wake up. If you know, you know. I make my videos every other day. Every other week. And The way we make these things work is we don't go against each other, and you know. You stay on point. Don't get lost, even through the distractions. Because they come. Try to throw you off your pivot. But that's just the way it works. But let's get more back into this other shit. See what these bitches got to say.
Get close to the.
Get your ass up. Get close to what? Get close to who? Killer culture. I see y'all, killer culture. Y'all still going to jail out there? All right, killer culture. Killer culture, gang culture. I just want y'all to know y'all not going nowhere. Club culture, do all that. Not saying that don't have fun. Don't engage in fuckery. That's best said. Because what's going to happen to you, you ain't going to like it. Because you putting all this. What you put out there, you will get back. You put out negative energy, you will get it back. It is true. Sometimes, it depends who you are, Sometimes you embrace that shit. Just embrace it. Well, this is my warning. This ain't like everybody else. I ain't trying to be perfect, so I'm just a regular motherfucking nigga. Getting the notion to motherfucking speak. And about the foolery that we go through, even though distractions came up and, shit like that. But I'm about to be out of this bitch. Catch y'all next time, I get a notion to speak. Thanks for your comment. I would advise you to get into cryptocurrency. Fuck out of here, man. I'm looking to get the fuck out this system, bitch. The fuck. Get me to the third world country, bitch. All this motherfucking money, bitch. Fuck out of here. Reparations, man. Only way I take the jab, man. Give me reparations, man. That's the only way I'm taking the jab, man. Let me suffer and to myself on my land, for my children. That's what we got to start asking for. Reparations. Give us reparations. We need reparations. We need our own land. We need our own land. We need our own land. I'm going to still post the video. I was out, but that's me. I'm out. Remember now, ask for your reparations. That's the only way you taking this needle. Give me some land. And as a matter of fact, don't give me my land, because that is, give me was meant for me. Or did I say that right? Give me what's mine, nigga. If I goddamn bill, I don't have to depend on your stinking ass. Anyways, I'm out. Remember, guys, the only way you get the jab is for reparations. I'm out of here. Peace.